Where's my darn yarn?
Hi everyone and welcome to episode number 19 of the dyepod. My name is Petra.
And my name is Robert.
And we come to you from Sweden in a small town called Eksjö. And we are the two persons behind the dyeing yarn company Fru Valborg. And you can also find us on Instagram at Fru Valborg and on Ravelry as the dyepod, which might not be the most active site.
It has a little bit of an echo in there.
Yes, it has. And also our web shop is www.fruvalborg.se, and the site is also available in English because some people write me to ask if they can see things in English as well. So, yeah.
Most of all, however, you are on Instagram, right?
Yes, it's the place where I'm most active. Yes.
So this time I don't think we can be as proud as before. It has not gone 3 weeks. I think we're maybe looking at 5 weeks.
Oh my.
More like that.
Yeah.
There are reasons for that. We have been very busy and we will talk more about that soon. But before we do, I think there is one thing related to the past episode that we would like to just say a couple of words about.
Oh yeah, because a woman contacted me about mentioning dreadlocks as a haircut, and because I said when I took my mini skeins, that's one of them. At one point I say one of them feels like a dreadlock, and she mentioned to me that maybe that was not appropriate to make fun of a hairstyle that's mostly common in the among black people and things like that. So, but I just want to say it was not. I was not making fun of it at all. The only thing was that I thought it felt, because I had dreadlocks myself when I was younger, and that was just a feeling, and it was no intention to do anything harm or hurt anyone. So I'm sorry for that if anyone was hurt. To me, I just related to one of my own older hairdressers that I had. So yeah, just wanted to say I'm sorry if someone got hurt. It was not at all my intention.
Okay, if we then go from that one to the more normal show, so to say. I said it has been 5 weeks, I think, since the last time. And
Yeah.
what's the reason for that? Why are we a little bit slower than usual?
Yeah, it's because we first of all got a little puppy. And his name is Loke, and he's now 11 weeks old, and he's the most sweet puppy we could ever imagine, and the most energetic.
Yeah.
He takes our energy and makes
He
it
sucks it out of us
yes.
and into his little furry body.
Yeah. So it has been a very fun weeks, though it has also been weeks with no sleep, or it is weeks with no sleep, because you have to take him out in the nights, and yeah, it's an adjustment, because it's like having our sixth baby.
Yeah.
And I'm not used. I take him to my work every day, and I'm not used to, you know, the food should come along, he should come along, everything else should come along, and it takes me some time to get to the studio and to get home from the studio and to get anything done, because he's like everywhere. Almost, he mostly likes to lie on my feet, just everywhere, and I stumble on him all the time, and yeah. So we are a little tired,
Yeah.
but very happy, because he's adorable. So
Yes, and for the ones that doesn't know what type of dog it is, it's a golden retriever. So although he's fairly small right now, it will be a reasonably sized dog. And it is my first male companion in this house.
Yeah.
So Luke and I are gonna have some type of a male club.
Yeah. At least
Hopefully.
for a while.
At least for a while. Yeah, what do you mean for a while?
If he maybe turns out to be.
A girl? What do you think we would know that?
Om vi kastrerar honom?
Alltså, but he's still a boy even though he's castrated.
Yeah, okay. He's still.
He's just not maybe as much driven by his hormones.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so we are a little bit tired, and maybe our brains work a little bit slower than usual. So if that's the case, then we apologize. We will try our best. Apart from the dog, though, Petra, also other things have happened. You have been very busy at work. I think we say that every time, but it's also true this time. So what have you been up to?
I worked for a fair, a yarn fair, that I went to last weekend. It was the podcast Stick Contact who arranged this. I think it was the second year now, yeah, it must have been. So I took our minivan and all the yarn to north of Stockholm, which is a kind of a 6-hour drive. Up north, and there I think there was maybe 35 different yarn sellers and handicraft sellers and things like that. So it was kind of a big event.
Yeah.
And it was very fun, and I also met Eva, who helped me this weekend to sell the yarn and things, and she's such a rock because I cannot do two things at the same time.
That's true.
Yeah, I cannot talk and sell yarn at the same time, and my head is always a little too full, which means I have sometimes very big difficulties to actually focus on something. That's the way I am, and there are maybe a little difficult with that sometimes. So I'm always very grateful when, for example, Eva now said she could help me, and she just takes over everything and she makes it so well, and I just stood and drank coffee beside, talking to people, and I think that was very nice.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful for her help, and we had a great time. We met all the vendors, which is very fun because we are not the most active people on the yarn fairs, you should say. I get kind of very tired of them. It's a lot of work before and after and in between and everything, and we have now we have our 5 daughters and our little puppy, and it's not easy to ask people to take care of them all when we are gone and things like that. So we have a full-time business only taking care of our household, I think, than everything else. Yeah, so it was very fun to get there and meet the vendors and all the yarny people in Sweden and all the very lovely visitors and things.
So let me ask you a question then.
Yes.
For people who are not themselves selling or dyeing yarns, they would not know this, but you will. So being kind of on the inside of the Swedish yarn community, you know all the other people who sell yarn and produce yarn and so on, right? So how would you describe that community? You are competitors in one sense, right, as well? But what's that community like?
I actually, to be said, when you are on a yarn fair, you work all the time, which means you don't have the time to talk to everyone. which is very sad. You talk to the people standing among you when it's a little calmer and there's not so much people there. So I just want to say that first, that I didn't have time to go and talk to all the 35 different people, but I think it's a very lovely feeling of everything. Everyone is happy and everyone is I think maybe you don't have a problem, you know, if I don't sell these things, but you can go to her and get those colorways or needles or whatever it is. And I think a community grows with the people that's in them. The more people that knits, the more room and space there is for us to actually create something to buy or things like that. So I think everybody needs each other, and yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
And I can agree.
It's nice.
I've been on some of these yarn fairs with you, not all of them, and I think I've said this before. I think the community that is comprised of the people selling stuff, such as us, is very welcoming.
Yeah.
And we help each other. And even though in a sense we are competitors, it's always, at least my experience has always been that if you need help with, I don't know, making your booth look nice, or if you don't have the tools or whatever, there's always a helping hand to be found.
Yeah, always.
So then that's...
You borrow things from each
a great
other
thing.
and you laugh with each other and you push each other and oh, that's good stuff you have here and things like that. So yeah, I really like that.
And there's also always a little bit of this gallow humor, this black humor, when people are tired, you know, and because if you stand in a fair for 8-10 hours a day, you get pretty knackered actually. And there is always kind of these jokes going on between the booths on how tired you are, and you try to look happy and so on. So I think it's fun.
Yeah.
You have also shown your beautiful face in another... It's true. It's beautiful. In another media. So on your journey to world domination, another step has been taken.
It was very gentle said.
Yes. Look at this. Tell us, why am I showing this?
Yeah, because I met a woman and her name is Lotta, and she is a Swede as well, and she visited me in the studio because first of all, just because we just got a little contact via Instagram, as you get with a lot of people, and she asked if she could maybe write a little article about the business and things like that, and how I started and things and so. And she got it. I don't know exactly her path to be in Line, but I think she had contact with the Line team, and yeah, they decided to publish the article, and there it is. So it's very fun, and Lotta made a very good job. She's a good photographer as well, and she writes very beautiful, I don't know if you could say poems, but she's very good with words in her Instagram. Her name's Elk Market, and she also works with metal design and things. I have a wonderful necklace from her, but we can tag her. Here.
Absolutely.
So, so that was fun. It was very nice.
So if anyone wants to read this article, what is the issue to buy?
It's the ninth issue. The ninth issue. I don't know where you can get it. I think many yarn shops have them. I know many dyers sell them in their shops as well. In Sweden there are, I think, Magasin Duett and Limo Design, and I think most people know where to buy it. So.
It's a good read. I agree that Lotta is an excellent writer.
Yeah.
So maybe if you want to learn a little bit more about Fru Valborg, please buy that magazine and read all about it.
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
No. When she was here?
Yeah, when you knew that it was going to be in that magazine?
No, I don't think so. I did not think about it so much, because
You're too cool.
Just no, I'm not too cool. I just, as I said, have focus on one thing at a time. So I was probably focusing on something else until it showed up in the paper.
So you were surprised, like, "Ooh, where did this come from?"
No, I wasn't
Okay.
surprised. So, yeah. No.
All right. And apart from the fairs and the magazines, what are you actually doing in the studio nowadays?
Now I am actually almost done. I have 2 colorways left, but I'm done with the wholesale order for the US, and I think I've written on Instagram as well that it's a Black Mountain Yarn Shop that is our next retailer, and that is very nice. I had contact with Donna, who is the owner of Black Mountain Yarn Shop, for quite a while. And she is a very sweet woman, and I also met her at U2 at EYF when we were there last year, vending with Stephen and Penelope, and we had contact a long time before that as well. But I'm very happy and honored to be able to send our yarn there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's and this week I'm starting the next wholesale order, and that's a Canadian company, and it's Espace Tricot, which is also very fun because I watch their podcast, and I think there are 2 very sweet ladies as well, and fun, and I hope they will sell the yarn good. So both of them, so I can continue sending yarn over there. So that's fun.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, when we started this company, was it now 3 years ago? 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
We started here in our kitchen, and then now we have 2 shops on the other side of the Atlantic that sells the yarn that you make in the studio. So it's quite fascinating and cool, actually.
Yeah.
Humbling in a way. We are very grateful for this. So yeah, so you've been fully occupied dyeing for those guys then.
Yeah.
And if you said you had 1 week left. What's gonna happen after that weekend?
After that,
Vacation?
I will take some no vacation. I will take some weeks for the shop.
Yay!
Yes, and I have already mentioned it, but there will be some new bases. I'm focusing the 2 weeks on the non-zip wash bases that I got. One of them is a fingering weight with the merino silk base, which is very nice, and I think I will have that one and a BFL single ply DK weight as well, along with a lot of mohair. So I think that will be the first thing that shows up in the web shop.
You showed me a skein of yarn just before we sat down here.
Yes.
That was very soft.
Yeah, but it was not that one.
No, but what was that one?
That was another base that contains Falkland merino, alpaca and silk.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have not tried that yet, so just felt it.
Okay. Anything else on the section what you are working on right now?
No, I just try to work.
What you're trying to work on right now?
Yeah, because I'm very tired at the moment. I'm very tired. I think you might see it as well. That I look tired, but I'm tired with to get the things straight with work and the dog and so on. So yeah, I'm just trying to adjust the everyday life. Yeah.
Hope you succeed.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I actually was in the studio one day with Loke scanning a lot of yarn, and I really understand that it's not easy to be very productive. He was all over the place and tugging my leg and peeing on the floor and doing all those things. So I can imagine that when you stand like you do for 8 hours and try to produce, it's not easy.
No.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, have you had the chance to knit anything then?
I have not knitted much, and the mojo is quite low this time as well. I think I've said that maybe for 2-3 podcasts now. It's still low.
Still low.
Yeah, and so I have not knitted very much.
More than me.
I've knitted more than you. I tried a new fluffy base that's sur alpaca and silk instead of mohair and silk, and I really love that base, and I just wanted to knit something of it just to see how it works with another yarn, and so I cast it on like this long cardigan. And I have no pattern or anything for it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to knit and don't have to think. So just kind of a mindless knit. So it will be, yeah, I hope it will be good. I have tried it on a little. I hope it will turn out fine.
May I say that I think this cardigan is absolutely lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because
and it's no pattern, you say? You just do this from your head?
Yeah, I made a little swatch before, because when I do a top-down raglan, I have knitted a few that with no pattern, just me knitting on, because I'm very bad at reading patterns. I read them a little and then I continue knitting as I wish anyway, because I have you have to read every line and I'm kind of the knitter. I'm not that knitter that actually, I don't bother if there's two extra stitches somewhere. I'll just knit them together somewhere under the arm or whatever. I have no problem. I'm not a perfect knitter at all. I'm not. I don't have the. Yay! Hey. Okay. Now it was very difficult to remember what I would say. So this is our new little team member in Fru Valborg.
Can you say hello to the crowd, Loke?
Hello, my name is Loki. I'm a dog, and I love knitting with my little paws.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, he loves biting everything. Or what do you say when
He nibbles. He's a nibbler.
he's so sweet. He's like our little baby, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Sorry. I got carried away.
you just woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You were saying about the cardigan
Yeah,
that
I was-
you are not following instructions,
Yeah.
and you don't care if it's not 100% perfect. You just hide a couple of stitches under the arm,
Yeah.
etc., etc., etc.
Yes. Anyway, I like to have the neckline a proper sizing, or what you say. I want it to fit around the neck, so I just make a little swatch and then I count how wide I want it and things like that. So yeah,
What is a swatch?
swatch is like a little tiny square that you
Oh,
knit.
a
to see
prove
how-
lap.
Yeah, a prove lap.
Prove lap, you mean?
A test lap.
Yes.
Just to see how many stitches there is on 10 centimeters, so you know how wide.
I got
it
you,
will be.
sister.
Yeah. So this is how it looks. I don't know if you can see this. I sit on the sofa. It will be a little longer, like this, and it has a little of a puff sleeve, like this.
Will it have buttons?
No, it will not have buttons. Just a kind of a wide neckline that's following the front and the neck as well. I don't know if you see this. It will be kind of a... It's difficult to show because it's so big now. But it's under my butt anyway, so it's kind of long. So it's nice having with a linen. No, what do you say?
Top.
Yeah, like a top and a pair of jeans and things. in the house, because I always wear clothes that feels like a PJ. I really like that. So yeah, and the colorway turns out very nice, I think. It's I hold this merino single along with this alpaca suri. So it's a peachy, light peachy colorway, and this is squashed grapes is the name of this suri alpaca. I don't know if you see it good. Yeah. And the material is really beautiful. So I'm thinking of when all the mohair that I have at home is dyed, I will bring in this for a little while. If you might like this.
To fluff it up.
Yeah, to fluff it up a little. So yeah. That's what I'm knitting in.
Yes.
And I think that's
And
the only thing I'm knitting at the moment.
It was, however, placed in a new bag.
Yes, it was.
Wasn't it?
Yes. This. When you don't have any mojo.
You buy stuff.
Yes.
You buy your
You buy
happiness.
yourself some happiness. It's kind of sad, but it's the truth, I think. So, actually, when I was on this guld deco, guld, they say that when this natural dye weekend I was vending it. So
You weren't vending.
no, I wasn't vending. I was
were on a
participating.
training, yes.
I was I was total newbie on this.
Yeah.
And I still am. I just know a few stuff. Anyway, I saw this because one of the other participants there had this, and I think it's gorgeous. So I actually ordered this one from Steven and Penelope in Amsterdam because they sell it, and it's an olive colorway, and it's all this and all the skeins that I had to this fits in this big bag, and also like my phone and everything else.
What is it made of?
It's a very thick canvas, and there is also this waxed canvas here. I don't know if you can see.
It feels like oilskin or something.
Yeah, it's like this in the 90s when I was around 20 or so. It was very modern to have this, you call them oil...
Skin.
No, you didn't call them oil skin. Oljerock, like an oil...
Oilskin coat, we called it in Norway.
oil coat. Yeah, we didn't. We called them oil coat.
Okay.
So, and they were made of only this waxed, oiled canvas. Let's say, maybe not that thick canvas, but anyway. So, yeah, I had one of those in, I think it may be exactly the same colorway.
I had to.
And it was like a tent.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah. So,
Did you say where that bag comes from? Who made it?
it's a French supply company
Okay.
that makes them. So, yeah.
And I believe you told me you need 8 knitting bags. So
Have I shown this?
wait, how many do you have now?
I have, I think I have 9.
No, you don't.
Yes, because I bought one at the yarn fair that
That you didn't tell me.
no, I have not had the time yet. I can get it.
Yeah, I get that one. So you see, she doesn't tell me everything. She said to me last time that she had 7.
I bought 2 things. I had the time to buy 2 things
Okay.
on the yarn fair last weekend. So one of them is this book, and it's by a woman named Anna Bauer, and I have been following her for many years, her Instagram page. And she's such a fun knitter. She just, I think she just makes a pattern up as she goes. So, yeah. And out of publishing rights and things like that, you should not show too much of a book, but
Pretend you're on the radio.
Yeah.
Describe it.
So she has these very beautiful projects. So there's much inspiration, much color inspiration, and things like that. It's very nice.
Is it in Swedish or English? Or?
This is in Swedish. I don't know if it is in any other language as well. It
Okay.
might be. I don't know. So, like this, maybe for you.
Knit to end. I like
I
it.
think they're fun. Yeah, she makes very fun patterns and things. So yeah, I really like the book. And then there is another woman I follow as well on Instagram, and she handicrafts a little bit of everything. I think she crochets and sews
Sauce, yeah.
sews and things. So Anna Dandelion, who is one of my dyeing friends, she's a dyer as well, and she had brought her bags to sell them there at this event as well. And I had this sweater on that was brown and with this turquoise minty colorway, so it just matched to me when I passed that booth. So I just had to shop that as well.
Yeah.
And I like to support, all the people that's there supporting me buying my yarn. I think it's not more than fair that I support makers and things as well. I like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we all survive, because that's our job. And when you see something nice, you have to keep the business going for everyone. So I really like this as well. It's also very big. I think a sweater quantity will fit here as well. Yeah, it's very nice. This is handmade by Jael.
I thought you said it was under Dandelion.
No, Anna had her bags with her to sell them for her because she couldn't come herself.
Handmade,
Yeah,
she's actually following us. She's commenting sometimes.
I know she does.
Yeah.
We follow each other.
Okay.
And we have had contact every now and then.
Good
She's
work.
a very nice woman. Yeah, Jael is her name, and the handmade by Jael is.
Okay.
Yes, we will tag it under here as well. Yeah. So those were my purchases. I had some time to do that as well.
So what does all of this mean? Now you say you have your number.
Yeah, that means I can no longer buy any more project bags. If I maybe have a knit-worthy friend, I almost said, because that means I will knit to them. But maybe she knits and don't have a project bag.
So are you done for yourself now? Do you really mean that?
I don't know. No, probably not. Because it's like when I looked at all the shawls that I had some day ago.
Yeah.
When we went through all the winter things with the children, what was missing. I know I have a lot of shawls, and I don't think I will stop knitting shawls just because I have a lot of them already.
That was the answer I was thinking of, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you have one more thing here though.
Yeah. I don't know if I showed this when it was done.
Is that
the last time?
shifty?
Yes, this is a shifty sweater. I will look like this all the entire podcast because we have the sun just outside. I see myself. I look like this.
Here comes the sun.
So, hide your face, darling. This is the finished shifty sweater. And as I told you before, it's knitted in a lot of scrappy yarns, but yeah, a lot of small balls of yarn that I have lying around everywhere, and I just decided I could use a little of them. So it looks like this. And I'm thinking of now, I really should have not doing like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not doing it. You're
No,
doing
I'm
it
trying.
wonderfully.
I think I did it with that other one.
Maybe because
Like,
we had the
you
dog
can-
at the same time.
Yeah.
Let's blame Luke.
Yeah, we blame Luke. So anyway, I'm very happy with this. It's turned out. There is one thing I don't like about it, and that is the last increase row that I did, because it made it a little too wide. It's like a little of a balloon effect, because the neckline is fine and then the first increased rows down here, then it just gets very wide. So when I put it on, I should have had it on, but yeah, it's kind of a little this on the back, like yeah,
Like a hunchback.
yeah, a little too puffy or so. So, but anyway, when I have used it, I guess it hangs out a little, and yeah, I really like it. I like the colorways and things, so I'm very happy with it as well. Yeah.
Perfect. We will also take a picture of you with this and
Yes.
put it on Instagram
Yeah.
sooner or later. The dog is eating our table at the moment, actually. So we're a little bit distracted by his shenanigans. What more, Petra? Yes, I know what more. We have had a competition.
Yes, we had. It's so long ago, we almost had forgot it.
Yeah.
But we have.
But then again, we didn't.
No, again we didn't.
So last podcast, we announced that if you would be so kind and write the name of your next project, you would also participate in a competition with the chance to win some yarn.
Yes.
So this was and is the prize. But we have another prize
Yes.
as well. We keep on giving.
Yeah, there were so many of you
you
writing a comment and things, so it was fun having two prizes.
Yeah.
And
The other prize is this, and it's not the second prize because I think they are equally good.
yeah,
So we just say the other prize.
yeah, the other prize.
It's a combination of no more hanging mini skeins. We've done that one before. It's a combination of a sock kit, and then you can talk to this one, I think.
Yeah, a woman came to me at the yarn show last weekend, and she was also a maker, and she asked me to, or no, she didn't ask me to, but she said I could have it as a prize in the podcast that she had watched, and that was very fun. So I thought we could just put together a sock kit and this little bag as well, because I think this is a perfect sock knitting project bag. Because it's small and it fits in your handbag and things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that was very nice, and her name is Avas or Avas. We will put that name down here, and
Yeah.
I'm sure I have not looked at her page. Maybe you have, but I'm sure there are lots of wonderful things on that.
Yeah.
So please take a look at Avas Instagram, and the lucky winner will have the chance to explore this bag.
Yeah.
We will also throw in for each of the prizes a wonderful Fru Valborg pin. So you
Yeah.
do not forget us.
We have not come very far with the other pins
No.
that we talked about.
It's on the list together
some-
with the African bear.
Yeah.
And make no mistake, it will happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so this morning we had the random thing that you have in your telephone. So I
The
just say,
random number generator.
yeah, I say to you how many people have participated in the competition, and then you click a button,
Yeah.
and there is a number sent back to me, and that number is the number of the person who have won the prize. So it's completely objective.
Yes.
Was this? Which prize was
Yes.
that?
That was the
Okay.
skein.
So get ready now. There is one person which life will change forever. So this lovely kit here of merino singles in various colors will be sent to a fellow Norwegian.
Yes, it was a Norwegian.
Yes. With the YouTube name Sinna Samen. We will put that down here. So for the people who don't know, we have people... So for the people who do not know, there are people... There's a lot of people. Okay, I'll try again. For those who do not know, there are people.
I don't know where you want to
I don't know how to
go
say
with
this.
one.
What I want to say is what is Sami.
Yeah,
Sami
it's
is the
I
natural,
think it's
the original
group in northern of
yes.
Sweden, then Norway and maybe
Finland.
Finland.
Yes, the original inhabitants
Yeah.
of our countries, actually.
Yes.
And she is one of them, I assume. So that's great, and I hope that she likes the yarn.
Yeah, I hope so.
And she actually has a podcast of her own, I saw. So if
Yeah.
you want to look at what the angry Sami, Sinna Samen, has to say, then please look into that in the YouTube as well. And then we come to the other winner, and that's the bag from Ava's.
Yes.
And it is the sock kit, Mind the Miniskein. We don't want to be sued for
No?
explicit content. And this is fun because we just had a winner from the north of Europe,
Yes.
Sinna Samen, and now we have a winner from the other side of the world, all the way from Australia. And this person is called the Pommy Knitter, and she lives in Australia. She's planning on casting on a V-neck boxy.
Yeah. I
whatever
know that
is.
one. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I actually when we saw it, she was from Australia. I at the moment read a book about Australia.
Yes, what's that book called?
It calls
Seven
it's-
Sisters?
Yeah, the Seven Sisters. It's like a series of books. I think there are. I don't know if everyone has it's written yet,
No.
but it's about the Seven Sisters, and they are named by like the. You say archipelago?
Archipelago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway,
No. You mean
No.
the moon?
the star. I mean the
Zodiac.
stars. Yes, I mean that.
The archipelago is islands. In
Yeah, okay,
Valborg.
yeah, but I thought it was a good word.
Yeah, it's a very good word. It sounded professional.
Yeah, but it's written. Anyway, they're named from Seven Stars, I think, and this book is about a woman. They are all adopted. I won't have a book show here, but they are adopted, and when this man that adopted them dies, they get some clues where are from the beginning, and this one has her roots in Australia and the Aborigines, I think you say.
Aborigines?
Yeah, and I really like these books because they it's like a novel or but it has a lot of like historical
Okay.
content as well, and you have to get to learn a little about every kind of continent they come from, because so far they come from different continents, and yeah,
Okay.
it's a very nice books.
Written by Lucinda Riley?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. That's great. So one winner from the very north of the world and one
Yeah.
winner from the very south of the world. Isn't
Yes.
that beautiful?
Yeah, it's nice.
And it's all done by the random number generator.
Yeah, and please contact us via email
Yeah.
at info@fruvalborg.se. It's the mail. We can write it here as well, so you can email me and we send it out for you. Yes.
Excellent. So now, enough with the bullshit I almost said, but I didn't mean that. Enough with the yarn talk. And more about beer. Yeah.
You're so happy when the first hour is done.
Yeah, now we can.
And the yarn talk is done.
blah.
Yeah. So blah 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 blah, and now it's time for
Beer.
it's time for beer.
Yes. This one is a gift.
Yes,
Please
it
pay
is.
attention.
Yes, you know it's difficult.
I know you
to
can
work.
only do one thing, so if
Yes.
you kiss
Okay.
the dog, you have no idea what I'm
I
talking
won't
about.
kiss him anymore. So
Okay. So what was it? Maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago,
yeah.
we had a visit. We had some lovely people coming over here to visit us, and they even brought their own food.
Yes, I did. It was-
Perfect visitors.
Yes.
Lovely food, like barbecue chicken and all kinds of
Yeah.
sauces and stuff. So very, very nice.
Yeah, it was very nice.
And those people were this one called Therese.
Yes.
Her name is Tipsy Tessie on Instagram. And I think she's a pretty big deal in this world too. She has a lot of followers and writes a lot about knitting and maybe also a little bit decorating. Is that true?
Yeah, she does very much. She's a very nice photographer, and she also made books with crochet and knitting patterns.
That's
I think.
right.
And she and her, me and her, we have had contact for several years now, I think, and she's a very nice friend of mine.
Yes.
Yes.
She was really nice. The first time I met her, or I think I've said hello to her once, but like this, it was the first time I met her.
Yeah.
Anyway, she brought along her lovely husband, Ronnie, and also her son. So we were a full crowd, so to say. And when they came, they had a little gift. And sometimes, I guess, you give people a flower or some chocolate or whatever when you come the first time to meet. But they knew their stuff. So they came with beer. Yeah.
Yes.
We got, I think, 5 or 6 beers. I think we got.
There's one left.
There's one left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this one. And it's not that we drink that much, but we still like a beer now and then. And 6 beers for 2 people, it's not many, you know. So this one is called, in English, this will sound a little bit Swedish, I think. Mjörn's Guld. So I know in English they think Swedish is like Mjörni, Gurni, Gurni. And
Björn's Guld.
this is really...
I think you almost said it in English now.
Mjörn's,
Guld.
yeah, but I tried to say it in English. Mjörn's Guld. Okay, Mjörn's Guld.
Mjörn's Guld.
Guld. And Mjörn is what? It's a lake, right?
Mjörn is a lake, yes.
It's
I hope.
Yeah, it might be a lake.
Yeah.
It's something.
This is, anyway, you should say it's from Alingsås.
I am coming to
Okay,
that.
sorry.
The brewery, if we can get it to zoom in, there we go. It's made by the Alingsås Bryggeri AB. So the brewery in Alingsås. Like you said, this is from Alingsås, which is a small city outside of Gothenburg. And I think Alingsås is most famous for potatoes, to be honest.
Yeah, that might be true.
They have a long history with potatoes. Google it. They're also, hopefully, a little bit famous for beer. So Alingsås Bryggeri started 6 years ago by some friends. And they have slowly grown their production. And they're owned by, of course, themselves, but also about around 200 people who went together and gave them some investment capital, and then they could build up their company. So it's a very community-owned brewery by people who really like beer, I assume, and then like the art of brewing locally.
Yeah.
And they try to really keep that local flavor. I read about them from their homepage, so they put a lot of effort into that, and they also put a lot of effort into trying to be sustainable and kind to the environment. So that's good. They have different types of beer, but this one is Mjörn's Guld, and it is a golden ale, so it's an ale like we usually have, with a lot of flavor. You see, I can start working for Alingsås Brewery.
Yeah, you should have started working for ourselves when there was a brewery when we moved in our new studio.
Yeah, but someone wanted that space.
That was bloody someone.
Bloody someone, yeah. Okay, what do you think about the color?
I think it's a nice color.
Yeah, don't be too hard on the superlatives. Nice is a good word.
It looks like a delicious color.
That's better.
Okay.
Smell it.
Smell it.
Can you describe the smell?
It smells...
Try to be a little bit more colorful now. And just don't say it smells beer like you usually do.
smells like a golden retriever.
Wow.
It's the same colorway?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. It smells a little sweet and very fresh. It smells like this is very good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have I'm very bad at superlative in the beer language.
Okay.
Oak. No, maybe that's wine. Yeah. Never mind. It smells good. Shall I try it?
Yes, please.
Okay. I just have
Don't
my
be shy.
teeth.
You just
I
had
just
your
brushed
tooth?
my teeth.
Where were they before?
Just stumped the thing when I
Yeah,
woke
like
up.
a gebiss, as we say. You don't say anything for the first sip, you know. Just savor, savor, savor.
Yes.
Now comes the moment.
I
Come
really
on.
like it. I think it's very
Boom!
Yeah,
Potato
it's very
City.
good. Very good beer.
Good for you.
Smells good and tastes good and very easy to drink.
Okay. What is
It feels like it's not too strong. It's just very, it's like a light beer almost.
so what's the first thing you think about when the taste?
Lemon.
Lemon, okay. Can I try it? Lemon.
I just had to say something. I saw a yellow color there.
Okay.
And you?
I think actually it is a little bit lemon. It is a little bit sour.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, so it wasn't just the color.
No.
You did it again, my wife. You did it again. All right, so you ready to grade this one, or do you want to have another one? Want to sip?
Okay, I'm ready.
You're ready. We don't have any scales, so you can only give it one scale,
Okay.
but we can give it many times.
Yeah, we can give it many times.
So let's start with the plies. How many plies would you give the Mjörn's Guld, or in English, Mjörn's Gold?
I will give it 2.
2 plies.
It's easy to drink. It does not. Yeah, it's good.
It's good. So
It's-
1, 2.
Yeah.
Which is the perfect ply, of course.
Yes, it is.
Now comes the moment. How many skeins do you give Mjörn's Gold from Almsall's Brewery?
I give it 4 skeins.
Boom, 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 boom! 4 skeins,
4 skeins.
which is good. This is really good.
Yes. Ouch. Yeah.
The guys
I
in
think it's
Alingsås, big ups to you. You did it. Excellent. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Huh.
It was good, I thought.
Yes.
Do you like it?
I think it was very good. I
Yeah?
think they have done their homework, so to say. Next time, I already know where the beer will come from.
Yeah.
And why do I know that?
Because there was a very lovely lady coming and to say hi to me when I was at the. He's staring me out. I think he doesn't recognize the language now.
No.
But she said come and said hi, and she watched our podcast, and she had this. I think it was a Lithuanian
That's true.
beer.
Yes.
And yeah, so we would. I don't know if we have tried anyone from
No.
Lithuania before.
I don't think so. We have been to Latvia.
Yes,
I don't think we have been to Lithuania.
I actually met a lot of people on this yarn fair, which makes me. I hope I believe. I hope I remember.
Doesn't sound like you remember.
No, because I also talked a lot with a woman and a man from Portugal. Yes.
So you met some people from Portugal too.
Yeah, I met some people from Portugal too. Yeah,
Alright.
it was very, yeah.
It is actually very fun. It sounds like we want people to bribe us, but that's not what it's of course about. But I do think it's really fun that out of this knitting podcast, there is kind of a sub niche where some people come and give us beer to try and say, and also recommendations. It's not only that they give us a beer, but I get people writing to me saying, you know, I tried this and maybe you would like it too. And that's a cool thing. I love it. So if you have any inspiration, any good tips on good beer that you have tried or breweries to check out or whatever, I mean, feel free to send it to me. It's really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fun. And many people say they do it themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
They have a small brewery. I think it's very popular at the moment. Having these small indie microbreweries.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah,
it's a big thing. It's a little bit like a lot of these hobbies. Also knitting. There are a lot of these small companies making stuff, not only yarn but also bags and haberdasheries and those things. I think it's a little bit a sign of the times. Many people like making stuff and thrive in that type of activities. All right, so that was the beer tasting.
Yeah.
Next time, Lithuania. I will read about Lithuania, so I have knowledge. I've never been there.
Me neither. Me neither.
I only know that their capital is named Vilnius. And I know that they're very good in basketball, and that's why the beer is a basketball beer.
Yes, that's
in
a
Europe,
beer.
Lithuania is one of the best teams in basketball in Europe.
Yeah, that's true.
Boom!
And this beer, I think I don't know if it has the name of the basketball team.
It was something like that.
So that's fun. Yeah.
Then we know something about Lithuania.
We do.
Anything in closing, my dear wife?
No. I don't think so.
Nothing in closing.
No, I don't think so. Okay. I'm very happy about all the knitting inspiration you actually wrote to me and what you're casting on.
Yeah.
Because I think I really need that.
Yeah, I think it was 140 people who wrote what they were knitting on, something like that.
Yeah, and I'm at the moment just thinking of what to cast on next time. And my head is just like mushy. Mushy whooshy.
Yeah, it's pretty echo.
It does not work at the moment. It's total empty.
Yeah, it's because you're tired.
Yeah.
I am also knitting at the moment.
I must say one more thing for all the women out there. I told you why I'm tired as well. I lived with some women on this yarn fair last week. We were all about the same age, some a few years older than me, and with a lot of women experiences.
Yeah.
And
sure.
We came to the conclusion that I might be in the pre-climacteria.
Menopause.
Menopause, yeah. Like in the pre-menopause. But I think it's actually an even more fancy word for this. But
Probably.
I of course don't remember this. I say the pre-menopause, that you, when you're around 40 to 45, I'm 43, you can come to this when... Yeah, I've read a lot about it on Google, and I'm just one day now when I got home, I told you, I know I'm in the pre-menopause. And everything
fell in place.
Because everything just is written like it's about me.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, so for you ladies feeling a little like me...
Pre-menopause.
Google pre-menopause or förklimakteriet in Swedish, and you might feel like you fit in that little category as well.
And on that happy note...
Yes, on that happy note, we say thank you first of all for taking some time to hang around with us, and next time we hope we will be here in 3 weeks instead of 5, and
Look at it.
Yeah. And yeah, we will do our best to be back a little earlier next time.
Yes.
And be even a little more energized.
Yeah, we are sorry that we are a little bit distracted today. Hope it's still okay to watch us. Next time, full focus. At least we will do our best.
Yes, we will.
And until then, feel free, give us comments, good things, bad things, questions, remarks. If you want to know anything, just let us know, either here on YouTube or on Instagram. We love the interaction with you guys. And I want to wish everybody a very, 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 very nice day.
Yeah, me too. I hope you have a great time, and I hope we see you in some weeks. And yeah, if there's anything you want us to talk about then, please write it below. And
Goodbye
bye to you.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here